I think I decided I would wait like a year, but in a year or so, I'm going to uh, like take all of the mining, all the ore that I mined for a whole year, and I'm just going to produce all of the blueprints that I have. And I want to see how much money I can make. Oh, yep. Oh, oh, no. Level 9, L1 Forest by pork rind, whatever that is.
What brings you here? Good luck.
Cool, okay, we're looking better now. Oh, I have to wait an hour? Damn it, I do. That's okay. Damn it. Oh, well. That's okay. At least it's on the way now. I'll see it come in time. That's alright. No rush, no rush. No rush, no rush. Small spider legs, 0 for 7. Oh, ongoing kill spiders for small spider legs. Ongoing skills, for small legs for later. I'm back. I did this one. Yep. Grind back to Dalaran, alright. Or Denalaran, whatever his name is. That is Silverleaf. That's Mage Royal. Level 4, Dunmurrow. Oh, I feel so much better. I thought I was bad. Information always changes your emotional intelligence level. Like, I really thought I was bad, but look at all these people die at level 2. I'm totally fine. Pay to cry. Yeah. Oh, look at all those night sabers. Yes, yeah, like I need to stop and smell the roses with this stuff and really just not rush and just let it happen. It's not this thing about, oh, I'm boring my stream or I'm making a boring video or any of this. It's just, it's all slow progress, you know. It's all good for something. I want to look through more hardcore tip guides and just see if there's any other like kind of industry secrets or whatever that I don't know. Like the cave one about hyper spawning, that one I needed to know and I didn't know. That one's very interesting. So, like, if people are in the cave with you and they kill a lot of things, it causes shit to pop on you whether you deserve it or not. See, I can't do them. I like this mod, but I don't know. It's too loud. I want to shut off the sound. Maybe let's look at the page of how to turn the sound off. Files, images... Oh, you can turn the sound alert off. I just didn't realize. Yeah, I want to turn the sound alert off. Yeah, add-ons, GM aggro mods. No sound alert. Just the update, right? Sound alert's disabled, but I still want to see the update. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What was this? Oh, yeah. Can we charm you? I thought I turned you off. Oh, come on, reload. Okay, so, yeah, there's Deathlog, but I don't need this UI at all. I don't need this. Oh, no, I want the sound alert. Yeah, I want the sound alert for GM Agromon. It's the Deathlog that I don't want the sound alert for. I can't change it. Damn it. Like, I like it, but it's a good add-on, but I mean, I like the add-on, but without being able to turn the sound off, it's worthless to me. Damn it. Turn off the sound. It's not GM Agromon I'm looking at, it's Deathlog. Like, can we look at can we disable the sound because it's annoying? Let's go back to this here. WoW mod. Deathlog. Yeah. Okay, comments, right? How do you... sound, right? I want to turn off the sound, so we're going to do a search on this. Wait, you can... No, there's no options in the... Oh, maybe I'm just opening the wrong thing. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Wow. This guy died 40... Falling. Oh my god. No, this is really good, but like I need the settings better. Asteroids depleted. Let's get targets out. Yeah, like a year of ore will make me so rich. I have some in the meantime.
The asteroid is depleted.
Yeah, turn off the sound. Like class statistics, creatures, done querying. Let's add note. Watch list search. Zone statistics. Falling kills most people. Cobalt miners in Stormwind. Voidwalker minions. Defias trappers. Drowning. Wendigos. Defias pillagers. And Porcine and Entourage. Porcine Entourage. Lord Malanus actually gets a lot of kills. Yeah, and I gotta watch him. Warrior. Look, Rogue doesn't die that much. Rogue's a good character. Instanced creature. Falling. Jesus Christ. Class statistics. Oh, this is so cool. But I want the sound off. Deathlog options, maybe. Deathlog options, right? Yeah, but no, there's no choice to... There's no choice to, like, run a sound here. This is GM Agromon. I'm looking for Deathlog. No. Cool, Deathlog's awesome. But I don't like the sound, though. Oh, there's nothing here. Go to the next page. I'm looking for sound. Nope. For... So, I like the Deathlog, but I'm going to turn it off because it's just, like, I like having access to it, but I don't want it running all the time. Distracts me way too much. Yep, sorry. Whoa.
Aggro.
Oh, I have this skill thing open and it's breaking my brain. I hate this sound they do. Interplanetary consolidation. But I want stuff to do with industry. I'm starting to see that industry is going to benefit me the best. No, I don't have anything in industry left, I don't think. I'm going to look at industry here. Or no, what am I looking at here? It's going to be science, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's all kinds of stuff, I guess. There, research, right? Yeah, research. Research. Scientific networking. That one's 2 days. Oh. Rocket science. Research. Project management. Quantum physics. Propulsion subsystem technology. Plasma physics. Mechanical engineering, metallurgy. I wonder what the industry skill plan is, actually. Let me get out of the menu now because that sound drives me crazy. My God. You didn't sit? Okay, this keyboard.
Aggro.
Falling. Gotta get slow fall potions. And a big old thing right here.
The asteroid is depleted.
Up here in the corner, slow fall potion, right? Where I just go. Burn, burn.
The asteroid is depleted.
Yep. I'll just mine for a really long time, and then I'll do industry, and I will research the BPOs that I have and just produce a fuck ton of them.
Aggro. Aggro.
And a ding.
Can I assist you? A lonely wolf. Be careful. Good luck, friend. Alone light your path.
Hey, a ding. Then I got a quarter level out that too. Sweet. Hey, evasion and eviscerate. Yeah, but I'll put a big slow fall potion in a big box up here. And if I'm falling, I can just go shook, blah, 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 and just pound the potion, right? That's how I'm going to avoid falling damage. I don't really watch that because I don't remember some of the maps. Falling is definitely how a lot of people probably die. So annoying. Falling, right? The elevators. Probably the elevators are really the real killer. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll put a button on it too. Yeah, I used to use my dash key in the top right. I'll do that too. I'll be like, okay, dash key, dash key. If that doesn't work, I'm like, click the box, and I'll do slow fall potions.
The asteroid is depleted.
Damn, man, you're chewing through these asteroids so quick. I wish I had not an ice harvester upgrade, but a normal mining laser upgrade in my clone. It's stupid to sit in a fucking like between. I mean, I don't want to talk about how much money my ship and my clone is, but it's stupid to sit out here in an expensive clone. I should probably buy a level. I think I have a set of 3s and put. I think I have a mining I think I do, or a mining clone. I do, and with a high wall mining laser upgrade thing. And that would be more beneficial to what I'm doing here. And also, if I were to get popped on an AFK thing while I was in a WoW hardcore thing that would get me killed, and someone ganks my Mac, I can't, I can't get, maybe I don't have the time to get my clone out. That could be catastrophic. It could be like 3 billion. 2 billion.
Hello.
Now, I have 5 silver, which is good. I mean, they're nice, but I don't need them. Yeah. And,
Farewell.
go train at the rogue trainer here.
I am listening.
I Nice. Eviscerate and evasion. Broke me. Eviscerate and evasion. So we gotta get evasion on my bar. Combat evasion. Very good. Oh, cool. I fat fingered it, but at least it was because I was putting it on my bar. not like when I was in combat and dying, you know. I'm scared of misfingering certain things like that evasion spell. It's scaring me. If I misfinger it and then I get aggro, I'm gonna be so mad. I mean, really, you just gotta sprint out. Anytime there's another aggro or anything like that, you just gotta sprint out.
Aggro.
It's so easy to just drop aggro. Even in caves, it's still so easy, kind of. That it's much better taking your chance to trying to live running than it is to try and stand there and not die. I think how the game kind of tricks you is it makes you believe that somehow through like gouges or bandages or potions or something like that that you're gonna beat this terrible thing that you pulled that's like 2 or 3 levels higher than you, and so it gets down to the cut of it and it kills you, and you have it has 10% health, but you have 10%, and what you forget then at that point is the dots often kill you anyways. And all this stuff, so it's just better to run. I think it's better to run almost every time. If there's anything questionable at all, I'm just headed the other direction.
The asteroid is depleted.
Dream Eater. Man, you chew through these so quick though. See, it does require like quite a lot of paying attention. It's annoying. But it's still like money that I really would appreciate, you know. I'm paying for Eve yearly if mining is the best I can do. Maybe I should join no, I can't join a corp because I end up broadcasting their fucking chat. So annoying. The problem with Ab Order was that I liked being an Ab Order because they had cool mining runs all the time, but I can't be in a corp like where they care like they run ops all the time. I don't know. That was that corp is too serious for me. I need like somebody who's bored who doesn't care if I tip them 3 million on a boost, so I can like sit and mine ore all day. I should just do it myself. I could do a Hulk. Next month I could blow, or I could do it right now. I could just buy a Plex and buy a Hulk. Or I'm sorry, yes, it's not Hulk. It's Orca. Or no, is it Orca? Yeah, like I don't know what it's Porpoise. Porpoise is the best solo mining ship, and I should rewatch that video by what's his name. I like that guy. He's a really good guy. I can't think of his name, but a Porpoise is a really good solo mining ship. And I suppose that's something I'm being inefficient, but I mean right now the Mac I'm in is like the Mackinac I'm in right now is 365 million, which it really isn't that much. But I mean with all the fittings and everything, and then of course the clone that I'm in, and it it's expensive, but I don't think this is like half the rate that a good veteran solo Eve miner should be running at. I believe I was listening to this one pilot, and I'll bring him up here in a minute on the video, or on YouTube, I mean. But this one pilot was talking about like solo Porpoise is like double the money that Mac or Hulk is, and I think maybe that might actually behoove me to do. But working my own security solo might be not really a very feasible thing. If they see that I'm sitting out in a Porpoise and a belt, I could attract a ganker, and it'll be tragic if I do. So the real problem is, so let's say I mine for 3 months and I fill like, $1 billion worth of ore or whatever into my station. That'll pay for the one Porpoise gank that I see in that 3 months. And then you got nothing. So I mean, right now I think I'm liable to be left alone in a Mac. I think, but the Porpoise, The porpoise is, I think, the way you're supposed to go. Let's go look at the video and see. This one, high volume solo mining, episode 39, my exclusive solo mining series, getting started in solo mining. The numbers, yeah, the numbers is always really depressing. Solo mining, Mackinac mining, solo mining, full mining guide, mine safely, make this, Captain Benzie. The one I'm looking for is Loru. Loru did the best solo miner. I like Loru a lot. Simple Havoc. Now that sounds like combat. Oh, yep. Okay. Bricked up brothers. Okay. Everybody's got an alt they're dragging around with them. And they're using the priest to wand. I mean, I can't believe that's the strategy. But that's probably what a vet does, is they just get a starter alt for the first 20 levels. And they just have the priest follow along the entire time. No, it's probably got its own set of problems. So let's say you pull 2 mobs and then the priest starts healing, but then the priest starts pulling hate. And then you try to get on the mob with the rogue, but you can't stop healing on the priest because the priest is tanking at that point. And I guess you only lose your healer alt as opposed to like your main, which is fine. Frankly, fine. I mean, but it's got its set of problems. It does, especially if you're alt tanking on, or sorry, alt like if you're multi-boxing other games on top of it. Yeah, like if all this is going on top of it, I don't know how likely it is to be safe. Oh, I'm full. Yeah, I mean I'm full. I'm gonna wait for the full revolution though. So, Speedy Alpha Abyss, Hook Build T1, Speedy Alpha Abyss. Speedy Alpha Abyss is a Hook Build T1s. Yeah, let's see. This is from 4 days ago. Let's see what he has to say.
Tank if you never get
best Eve streamer by far. Best Eve streamer ever by far. I'm a big fan. Big fan of this guy. He's relentlessly positive in a way that I can never be. In a way that I just never could be. He's extremely smart, and he's actually trying to empower his community in a way that I just would never have I'm just too lazy to do stuff like that. But he's not. Because he gets to main his game and actually do it up. Like, you know, I don't want to main a game. That's just not, I mean, that's just not in the agenda. It's a no-no. Okay, yeah, so now we can probably leave now. So mining drones need to go away. Good. And we are full. Location dock. I didn't mean to get off on e-videos, I guess, but oh yeah, 2 notifications, cool. Hey, new subscriber, Raw Dog, right on, right on.
The name of the game with the Caldari Navy hook bill. This is vid 3 of our Alpha Abyss series. So if you want
Alpha
all the
Abyss.
tips and tricks to get all the ISK out of your free-to-play account, you came to the right place.
Alpha Abyss never occurred to me.
Room here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer.
T1 hook bill, why not?
This
why not?
is the hook bill. Now, if you're brand new to Eve, this is vid 3 of our Abyss Alpha series. Every video in this playlist is chock full of goodies, just popped up in the right corner for you. So why the hook bill next? I thought we were in a destroyer. Why are we going back to frigates? Well, how the Abyss
because
works,
solo frigate.
get more loot if you're
and frigates.
Only
Yep.
cruisers, destroyers, and frigates are allowed into the Abyss. Cruisers are more tanky and do more damage, but get less loot. Destroyers are in between and get more loot than cruisers. Frigates are the least tanky, the fastest, don't necessarily do as much DPS as the cruisers. We'll get to that. But frigates get the most loot. They get about 3 times as much loot as the cruisers.
I loved my Hawk, but they're too expensive. The hook bill is cheap.
momentarily in a better ship, you're going to be getting way more ISK per hour in the hook build.
Petrify.
Now, on my test, we were making between
60
35
seconds.
and 40 million ISK an hour with this, doing the same calm or
Wait.
tier 1
What? Hold on. Back it up.
You're going to be getting way more ISK per hour in the hook build. Now, in my test, we were making between 35 and 40 million ISK an hour with this, doing the same.
35, 40 million an hour is 3 runs at 20 minutes a pop. You know, 15 minutes a pop, something like that. 45 minutes. Oh, the Petrify is nasty because he killed my pet. Hurry up, you. Better Divine Seal this. My Protect is wearing too, which isn't good. Yep, just run the buffs again. And I should go charm that fly, really. You're going to interrupt this Aqua Veil, aren't you? Yeah. That's okay. Get the Protect up at least. God damn it. Okay, so... yeah, I'm not feeling too good about this. I'm going to charm another fly just so this goes smoother. Good, good. There we go.
In calm or tier 1 a bit.
40 million T1 Abyss, but the problem has increased. The problem with it is it's I mean, this is a T2 Caldari Navy hook bill. I want to run tier 0s in a Tristan. The DPS on this is 96.2. I can pull more than that in a Tristan, and it's cheaper. I wonder if Abyss should be what I do, and I just set 5-minute timers, right? And by then, the Tristan's probably killed everything. It's a drone ship. I mean, they'll kill the drones. No, there's no way I don't die in there, right? There's no way. There's no way I don't die in there if I'm AFK on 2 other games. Abyss is just not on the agenda. It's not happening. I'm not learning about Abyss any more than I already know about it. I know a lot about Abyss, but I'm not going into Abyss. He's obsessed with Abyss. Simple Havoc preparation for EVE Online expansion. Okay. This one might be really good. We'll watch this in a minute. Add to queue, but never run out of ISK again. The Alpha Venture Wormhole Eve. I mean, I guess if you scan one wormhole and then you leave... I mean, let's hear what he has to say about this, because this is something I could do AFK.
Mining in EVE Online is not very profitable as an alpha unless you are gas mining, and the Venture is just the ship to do it. So if you want to make hundreds
I don't want to Venture mine. I don't want to scan. That's not happening. Abyss, Corax T1s. Alpha Day 1 is Abyss. Crimson Harvest hacking, no competition. Fastest Crimson Harvest ever. Updated Chronos. Get Mikubul and Mamba today. New ships. Eve future is FPS. Eve Vanguard. Oh yeah, the Eve's future is FPS. Yeah, maybe. I hope so. New Angel Titan this year. The Eve Online Havoc. EVE Online, oh, sorry, do not start ice mining until you know these tips. Muscle amount, skiff gas, wormhole guide. Yeah, I'm not taking a skiff to wormhole. That sounds like it's dangerous. Crimson drops and all that. 10 years of drone boat tips. 10 years of railgun tips. The best Marauder, but I was looking for... ice mining, ore mining, haul millions in minutes, low sec fit, low sec, high sec ore monster retriever guide. Yeah. But I mean, start mining with the Venture, but this isn't it. This is like, I want to see what you have in this channel. It's only 5. I thought you said E best solo miner. Let's just go back to that. I guess maybe I'll find my source somewhere else. I think maybe that might have been a different streamer. Here, this Lone Wolf is the one that I looked at.
Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online, and in today's video we are going to do a little bit of porpoise mining, or porpoise mining, not sure how to pronounce
Porpoise.
CCP and their names. Basically, what's the story behind
Porpoise is not a weird
video?
name.
A viewer gifted me this lovely looking ship, a porpoise mining command ship and wanted me to showcase it in a video, and that's what we're going to do right here. So I did a quick fit based only on trying to get a little bit of tank on that and getting some mining yield from the rigs, which is really all you can do. If you're looking at this from a mining ship perspective, not a boosting ship perspective, and we're going to compare that a little bit, do a little bit of mining with it, and see if it's actually worth it. So first of all, obviously you're mining with drones, so what's most important is that you stick close to your asteroids. The reason is, of course, that your drones need to do a little bit of traveling, and the way I prefer to do it personally is, especially if you want to somewhat AFK, if you want to like pay some attention to your second screen or anything like that, I like to just grab 5 asteroids and then put one mining drone on each asteroid, which would go like that, and then just position your ship a little bit in between all
That's a really good tip I never thought about doing. Why not? Why not do that? That's actually very smart, yeah. And then just and yep, and keep 6. Yeah, targeting, man. Targeting is a thing. I wish I could do more targets. Yeah, go back out though. I mean, this thing does haul ass. I'm not sure it can be beat, but let's see.
To try and get travel time at least within 2 kilometers. I think if you're within 2 kilometers, you have to be decently unlucky. Let's stop the ship here. That your drones won't just basically deposit the ore right away into your cargo hold or your ore hold, and continue mining with as small a delay as possible. So this is basically your most AFK setup. Just go for 5 drones, put your individual mining drones on that, and obviously it'll take them more time to get through any of these asteroids than just putting all of them on a single asteroid. If you want the most efficient way, I do still think that putting 5 mining drones on a single asteroid, sticking very close to that and then moving on, is a bit more efficient, but it's also
more
a little bit more
intensive
when it comes to micromanaging.
Yeah, micromanagement.
And, you never know when you're really unlucky that you have 5 drones doing a cycle. The first one already empties out the asteroid. That could cost you a little bit of time. So honestly, I don't feel like it's worth worrying about too much. This is about as efficient as you'll get it, as long as, of course, you can stick to 5 nearby asteroids. Here, for instance, what I would do after finishing these 5 asteroids, I would move on to these 4 probably, then this little group right here, then we need to move on to another group, etc, etc, etc. So the first batch of ore has been mined here, and you can see it's around 1,111 cubic meters per minute from these 5 mining drone 2s.
1111. Let's go see what I pull. Well, it'll say right here. It's 2413. I'm pulling like double that. So I don't know why you would have the more expensive ship, you know.
To be honest, if you're looking at this from a mining ship perspective, you're probably looking to go from Venture to Porpoise and then to the Orca. Is that a good idea? I think it's doable. I actually think it's doable because 1100 cubic meters is not all that bad. Here's the quick fit that I put together. It's really not great, but you know what can you do? You have mining drone augmenter 1, then 2 mining drone augmenter 2s in the rigs, which gives you the yield together with mining drone 2s. In the low slot you have a damage control and reinforced bulkhead for more HP, and then I just have thermal, kinetic, EM, and adaptive invulnerability for 66,000 EHP. It's not great, but for the cost, I think the whole cost around 70 million. This fitting with the drones is probably around another 50 million, so it's 120 million for this porpoise. Then you can of course add some boosting. I'm not sure how much it's going to you're going to be able to add with the CPU, but I think 1 or 2 boosters should be possible for this porpoise, and so yeah, I think it will work out, especially if we go and compare it to the rest. This is 1100 cubic meters. per minute. The Orca at maximum yield is, let me see here, 1665. So maybe a third less or something like that, considering the cheaper cost and the skills needed. I don't think it's all that bad. So let's quickly go back here. This is basically how I would mine if I would be mining in a porpoise. Oops, we actually have a crusader with a kill right. That is possible for this porpoise, and so yeah, I think it's bad. Here is the quick fit that I put together. It's really not one, then in the low slot you have a damage control M. It tick per minute the with the CPU, but I think one or two boosters should be possible for this porpoise, and so yeah, I think it will work out, especially if we go and compare it to the rest. This is 1100 cubic meters per minute. The Orca at maximum yield is, let me see here, 1665. So maybe a third less or something like that, considering the cheaper cost and the skills needed. I don't think it's all that bad. So let's quickly. Oh, it's two, but I think.
Oh, but it's cheaper. Yeah, yes, it's a lot cheaper for. Wow.
Two boosters should be possible for this porpoise, and so yeah, I think it will work out, especially if we go and compare it to the rest. This is 1100 cubic meters per minute. The Orca at maximum yield is, let me see here, 1665. So maybe a third less or something like that, considering the cheaper cost and the skills needed. I don't think it's all that bad. So let's quickly go back here. This is basically how I would mine if I would be mining in a porpoise. Oops, we actually have a crusader with a kill right that is coming into my citadel there. Gotta be a little careful there.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Anyone can dock, and yeah, this is basically how you would
Nope.
mine in the porpoise. Let's quickly dock and I'll give you guys a little bit of a comparison to the other mining ships that I've got there. Of course, the Orca is what you're going to shoot for. I personally still think that, especially if you're planning to mine solo, you want to go for the Orca. A big advantage that you're seeing here in the porpoise is you'll be able to mine for a very long time without having to dock. 62,500 cubic meters of ore hold is definitely not bad compared to any of the other mining.
Almost lost it there.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Doesn't come close. So let's quickly drop this stuff in the item hanger, since I did just mine that. And maybe for comparison's sake, I'll quickly. So here is the fit once again. We're talking 1100 cubic meters a minute. We're talking full drone rigs and 66,000 HP if you activate everything, and 120 million in cost. Compare this to a skiff. This is like a skiff that also has some decent tanking on it. This one happens to do, let me quickly check on my cheat sheet. Skiff does 1,132 cubic meters a minute. So this is about the same as the porpoise. You can see also 65,000 HP. So it's very similar, but the biggest disadvantage, of course, is that the ore hold is going to be quite a little bit less. Where does it show the ore hold? Maybe I just have to do show info and attributes and ore holds. Do I really have to undock to find this out, or can I just go? Oh, there we go. The ore hold is only 15,000 cubic meters on the skiff here, so very similar in capabilities, very similar in tank, but only 15,000 cubic meters. Very big drawback, and another big drawback as well. If you go for the requirements, you can see here mining barge 5 exhumers. You need a lot of skills for that, but not only this, you also need show info. You also need the skills for your strip miner tools. You need crystals. So there are a lot of drawbacks going for a skiff. Compare that to the porpoise that we just have over here. Then if we do a show info on the required skills here, that's a lot less. You do need, of course, industrial command ships, which is or industrials. But you can see, I actually think that you can skill into the porpoise a lot more easily than into mining barges. And you'll be stuck in this one for a long time if you're going directly from Venture to porpoise to Orca. It's true. But I actually think that it could be worth it just because of the fewer skills that you will have to train up. And then of course your final destination is this baby right here, which is the Orca, which has 263,000. I think if I activate everything, it's a lot more. Which also has a yield of 1,665 cubic meters. So is this doable? Oh, and maybe also if I do,
then again the money will flow in slowly but surely, and over time you'll be able to do what it is that you want in game. And that brings me back to how I first started making the ISK that I that basically set the foundations. And the chances are, from probably around about 2006 to 2012, if you bought any minerals on the market from the forge that wasn't in Jitter, there was probably a 50% chance you were buying the minerals from me. And that was because basically what I would do, it doesn't work as much anymore. I have tried this over recent months and it doesn't work as well as it did, but we can see here we've got jumps from Jitter, etc. Now what I would do is I would go down to find the biggest or the largest range. So we've got a region here, so this guy is buying, so it probably still does work to some extent. This guy is buying 157,
The asteroid is depleted.
I digress. 157 million titanium here and in the anywhere in the forge, basically. So what I would do is I would, again, and this was before a lot of the taxes and that came in, so it was more viable. It's become a bit harder now because obviously there's quite a lot of tax and this, that and the other, but I would place a buy order in Jitter. It would be over 10 jumps, and I would look for the one that had the biggest range, whether it was 5 or whatever, and see what price they were doing it at. So that was 4 ISK per unit, which is 12% below. So I would do it just above, which would be 4.01, and then I would make sure I had a minimum quantity, because you don't want 1 unit here, there and everywhere. And again, this guy, this 1 unit, I wouldn't want that, because you end up with minerals scattered everywhere and you can't do much. So for instance, I'd take 1 million as a minimum. I would check to see how much that was, so 4 million at a time, that would have been quite reasonable. And then I would put in an order for say 400 million ISKs worth, or 100,000 titanium, minimum of 1 million units, and then just place the order and just wait. Now, over time, could be days, could be a week, I would go in periodically, well, every morning to be perfectly honest, reset my order, make sure that someone hadn't picked me by 0.1, and go from there. We can still see some remnants to that. So if we look in the assets that I've got at the moment, and again I haven't done this for years, we type in titanium, I've got 5 million there, 5 million there, 2 million, 4 million, 4 million. I don't know if I've got any pyrite. Let's have a look. Nope. Next. Nope. So yeah. So what I would do is, obviously, I would check every morning, probably every evening, see where an order had come in, go to it on here, and sell it exactly where it was. Now, it's used to confuse people. I used to try and explain this to people, and I didn't have a YouTube channel back there, so couldn't explain how or why this kind of worked. Basically, all I would do was relist it at the average at the time. So we got the equals, or basically so it wasn't red or green, and then just sell it where it was. And that was all I would do. And again, I did this for years, and it didn't make me huge amounts of ISK. You know, I didn't get rich from doing this, but it was a constant flow of ISK always coming in. And it generally meant that I was earning more ISK on average. And again, you know, I'm really bad at this. I used to be able to do this with my eyes closed. So,
The asteroid is depleted.
57. And it always meant that I was generating ISK whether I was playing or not playing. And again, over time, it just generated enough ISK. It was so easy, I didn't have to do a great deal. Yes, there were times when obviously the market dropped and I was left holding the bag a bit, and then I'd have to chase the market or try and sell, but I'd made enough ISK from, again, could have probably put that on more, but it was all about not being greedy, and I was quite happy to make the 12-15% markup that I was making. And the difference here is as well, obviously, you know, there's tax to go onto this, but it's just sat there, so again, this is for how I used to do it, then you can do this now. So taking into taxes is probably not worth it in the end, but that was how I would do it. And again, I would just do, you know, I'd put a 2-3 billion ISK order in for titanium and just let it fill, and again do it with pyrite and max and nox and the rest of it. I didn't usually go to the high end stuff because again it was too easy for people to trust sport, and it's not. I didn't make enough ISK. It required a lot more ISK because obviously high ends were more expensive, and people would just move it
The
themselves.
asteroid is
Moving a great
depleted.
deal of titanium is pain, so people were quite happy to obviously sell it where they were mining it or wherever they acquired it. I was quite happy to buy it, sit on it and wait for it. And often I had 300 orders open trying to sell this stuff, but it moved, and again it was a way of making ISK that I could manage. And again, you know, going in and updating a couple of hundred orders every day, because for instance, about 4 or 5 orders, if the average dropped slightly, I would follow it down. So then I'd have to update 50-60 orders in the morning. For me, that was acceptable, and over time as well, it snowballed. I was able to put bigger orders on, you know, do, as I said, titanium, pyrite, max, and slowly build it up from there. And every now and then you get somebody who dump a huge amount of titanium on the market, say 500,000 units, and there'll be a bit of payday, like 50 odd million ISK from that, and that was, you know, looking back, it wasn't a great deal of ISK, but that's what started me looking at alternative ways of making ISK. And again, it was a way it didn't really take me a great deal of time. I didn't have to do level 4 missions that people hated. I didn't have to mine. I didn't have to rat. I did what I wanted to do in the game when I wanted to do it, and again, that set a nice baseline for what I wanted from the game. I could enjoy the bits that I wanted to do, have the ISK to do what I wanted to do, and not focus on everything. You know, I didn't enjoy doing that. Why generally I'm here after the 17 years, because I've not ground myself to death. And when I do find something I enjoy doing, i.e. the Abyss, I'm not doing it because I need the ISK, because I really enjoy doing it. And that therefore just adds to the ISK pile that I have, and gives me more opportunities to invest it elsewhere and again grow that pile. And there comes to a point, and I often think this and sit there and think, well, why am I grinding more ISK? And it's not that I'm grinding more ISK, it's just that I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing, and that grows my ISK pile. And again, obviously I have a channel that helps with ISK in general, so therefore, you know, it kind of helps with that as well. But I don't do it because I have to. I do it nowadays because I want to, and just, you know, day by day, bit by bit, and that, you know, goes for still making stuff and still doing this, and it just rolls in slowly but surely without the emphasis of, oh my gosh, I need a battleship, I've got to grind, I need this ISK, and yeah, you know, everything's in the game I can't afford, and you know, it's not the fact that I want the things I can't afford generally I don't want anyway. So, and the things I do enjoy doing, the ISK that I have is more than enough to support it, and again, I'm always generating more than I'm losing, and that means that hopefully long term I will enjoy the game for as long as I want to enjoy it, and not have to do the activities that make me want to pull my hair out. So with that, I hope that is useful, and again, a bit of a ramble there I guess in the end, but again, I just wanted to reiterate how, you know, finding something that you want to do is so important, or a way that you can sustain the activities in the game that you want. And again, yeah, you know, Reddit is a bit of a poisonous place to be sometimes, and I do see where people are coming from, and that, you know, making things harder isn't necessarily a great thing, but making it easier isn't necessarily good either. You know, the reason we like to go and shoot the bigger ships, but you know, the fact that when a Titan gets tackled, everybody from everywhere jumps online to go and shoot at it, is because it's big, it's rare, and you know, if everybody had a Titan, what would be the point? And again, the start, you know, back in the day was everybody would jump on to shoot a battleship, and then it was a dreadnought, and then it was a mothership before they were carriers, and then it was super carriers, and but who logs on nowadays to shoot a carrier? It's like if
Aggro.
let's go a carrier, or the ten a penny. Probably not as much at the moment, because obviously price increase, but the point still stands that as people have got richer and this has become generally easier to acquire in one fashion or another, that is more sloshing around, and it's taking 3 months to mine for an offspring was painful back in the day, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But being able to throw away faction battleships at 10 a penny doesn't make the game any more interesting either.
Nope.
You lose that sense of loss. And I think
Yep.
that is very important to remember. That's what generally makes EVE Online a fantastic game, and again, your actions have consequences, and that keeps people on their toes and the game exciting, and gives you that that rush when things are going bad or well. So with that, thanks for listening, thanks for your time, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Oh, he got my herb. Damn it.
The asteroid is depleted.
Halfway through the level.
I am honored.
Nice.
Farewell.
6 silver. I don't have my delivery yet, I don't think. No, that sucks. But that's okay. Oh yeah, I guess I do have turn in, yeah.
Greetings.
Hello.
61 axes. I think I'm just gonna throw these away and buy another one here.
Good luck, friend.
Yeah, it was good. It was, but I'd like to watch like something intro to indie again. It was good. Yeah. YouTube is losing to the ad blockers. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about the video that I made back in January.
Thank you, Mr. StrangeNet, for the excellent content for my stream. I'd like to sub to your channel.
Into that part of the video, I just want to say, and again reiterate, what this channel is generally about and why it came about. I was fed up of reading on the forums that high-sec industry was bad and you couldn't do it, and all the negative parts that come with trying to do industry in high-sec. And at the time, obviously, I was making ISK, and that's how this channel came around. And again, I give you hints and tips and things that I do. I always show you, to an extent, what it is that I actually do and how I go about it, as per the last video, for instance. And that's not to say this is the best way to do it, or that it's the most efficient way. It's the way that I have come about doing it, and it's the way that works for me.
Yep.
I share it with you guys. Now, whether that works for you or not is, and again, it doesn't mean that this is, it can't be refined and can't be changed. I'm just putting it out there of what I do. So, there are people that often comment of, oh, you've been in the game 17 years, you can't do it if you've started the game in the last 2 or 3 years. And that's absolute codswallop. You can make very, very good ISK in a decent amount of time doing industry. And recently I've had quite a few people get in touch to basically say thanks for, starting this. It's you know, it's given me ideas that I weren't aware of prior, and it's gotten me into industry, and I've made a good amount of ISK from it. So, you know, thank you. And it is appreciated when I hear things like that, because I do get a lot of negative pushback of, you know, people criticizing X, Y, and Z. So, you know, again, this isn't the best way, but it's the way that I've found that works for me. And again, this is just to broaden people's horizons and to let people know what is possible. And again, as I said, you know, I do it all in high sec. I do very focused industry on usually one or two aspects of the build. I don't
Someone's
go
in here.
contracts with people.
That might be very good for
discounts
me.
From anybody. Everything that I buy is directly off the market, whether it be a buy order or a sell order.
Nice.
And
This made
generally,
this much
I don't-
faster.
well, not generally. I don't sell it in bulk either to specific people.
Gotta put
or
my potion
alliances
where I
or
can reach it.
individuals.
Yep.
All my stuff gets sold back straight onto
Yep,
the
there we
market.
go.
So there are numerous ways to refine what it is that I do to make more.
I don't know, I wanna
Again, I'm
kill
not
him,
bothered, or I'm not interested
'cause
in
he's a problem
maximizing
if I have to
the sheer
run.
amount of this possible. I'm happy with the amount that I make, and again, I share it with you guys. So with that said, let's get into the crux of the actual video. As I said, back in January, I made a video of how I make 1 billion ISK a day. And again, generally, it's relatively vague that I go into. I give you the ISK values that I'm making roughly for each aspect, whether it be manufacturing, whether it be researching, reactions, and the rest of it. And again, I can't generally, well, I can go into specifics at a time. But again, that just tanks the market. So when I do make these videos, they are rather vague, so it is nice to be able to go back, revisit, and give you somewhat of a breakdown of how I was making that amount of ISK. So prior to the change in the auto integrity seals, I was producing carbon fiber. I had 25 to 30 slots actually producing the carbon fiber, and 40 to 50 slots feeding all the materials. It's quite slow to build, and you need to build the carbon fiber, the polymers, solvents, etc. So that was quite an intensive practice. I did use jump thread for that to get into tammering back. But again, that was giving me on average about 200 million ISK per day producing that. So that was quite a nice earner. So with the reinforced carbons, I'm making giving me a profit of 5,700 per unit after all necessary expenses, and I was able to produce 1.8 per minute times 60 times 25 and times 24 hours. It was bringing in roughly 367 million ISK a day. Then from there we went to the auto integrity units. Again, these were making a decent amount of ISK. Again, these have been changed for the time being. I haven't really stuck my head back in the market in regards to these because, well, we can see it dropped off massively. As we've established before, the volume hasn't increased in jitter particularly, so I don't see there being much of a market there for me to really get into and make a decent amount of ISK from. So from there I was building the auto integrity units with some of the carbon fiber that I was producing. Again, this just helped to integrate it into what I was building. I could have sold it separate, but again, by introducing it into here, I got rid of more of the units, so I was selling it on the market, and I was having to build these in order to suck up the sheer amount of reinforced carbon that I was building at the time. So it worked quite well. The integrity seals gave around about 40,000 ISK per run. You can do 6 of these in an hour, so over 24 hours, 5 million ISK, and I had 40 of these BPOs running, churning out 230 million ISK a day. Now, every so often, or now and then, I would build the life support units. So I'd build the life support backup units, but again, I didn't produce a great deal of these. I only had 10 BPOs for producing these, so I'm not going to include these in the calculation because this was a bit intermittent, hit and miss. I didn't make anywhere near as many of these as I did with the reinforced carbon fibers. So if you cast your mind back, I did make a video in regards to the core temperature regulators, and these have been incredibly profitable. To buy the actual BPO is 750 million ISK, and basically once you've researched it, you can pretty much sell it for double, or you could at times. So 1.84 million, 1.84, 1.84. Some here that have sold. Again, 184, 17, and so on and so on. You get the idea. But basically, some of these were selling for what? Well, 1.81 billion ISK. And now these in Tama take 50 days to research.
50 days.
And at times I was producing 22 of these over the 50 days. So again, if we're taking the 750 million ISK profit, we divide that by 50 days, that's 15 million ISK. Times by 22 was giving me, give or take, 330 million ISK per day for producing them or for researching them. And then bringing them back to
Jesus.
Now, market has slowed down somewhat on them, but again, they're still a great earner. I think them alone have probably resulted in about 19 billion.
So I'll tell you where my mind went after he proposed this idea to me, and I didn't know what the money was of indie, but I mean that's a pretty good clear thing of it. So you go and look at the market and you see what the new item is for whatever the new ship is, and you look and see what the building material is for that ship item. For instance, if Kikimora, well, I guess it would be if what's the name of this thing? I can't remember. It's Triglavian. If Triglavian ships just hit the market, and they all use endoscopic cannons. Then you go look at the endoscopic cannon. You see what the material is that the endoscopic cannon it needs, and you go and you make and then you find a BPO for that material on the contracts, and you blow like probably $25 or something like that in real life, and you buy a Plex and you blow like 2.8 billion on like a material for a brand new ship that's going to be hot on the market. And you look at the market. It's too much work for what I want to do. But if you were looking at the market, if you had the time, if you were doing a lot of research on it, you could take a look at what the market was doing, and then find the hottest item on the market, run the BPO for it, which will be probably where the barrier is. That's just going to be too expensive probably. But then you produce it for like 2 months. You produce it, and then it probably pays out, I would imagine, 3 or 4 times what you invested. And you got to be smooth and fast, like a smooth criminal, about what's hot at the moment, which is the part of it that causes me to balk a little bit. Is learning what's hot at the moment means knowing what the meta is and knowing what the ships are and knowing what people are going to buy, which frankly I just don't know. I don't main EVE Online, and so I am looking for a hustle beyond mining that's good for like AFK solo players. And I had thought that would be maybe industry, but there's elements of hauling. I mean, I don't mind hauling, really. I don't mind it, but training to it might be really annoying. Training to hauling and hauling is one thing. Oh, yeah.
The asteroid is depleted.
Oh, that one's idle, yeah. And then we say mine. There we go. Yeah, that's a good system. The drones, like, yeah, the drones, I don't ever have to keep sicking them because they're always like busy on their things. What was that? Was that a drone? Yeah, that was a drone, huh? Yep. And yeah. I keep looking for a semi-AFK thing, and there's you know, so it's because I'm playing 3 different games, and I'm now adapting my you know, I'm terribly sorry guys, I'm gonna have to go piss for the timing of this. Yeah, for the timing of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Oh my god, that could have been very bad. Now he spawns somewhere else now, maybe, and I've got to kill this one. Damn it, man, where's the spawn?
Aggro.
I do like the alarm. It's annoying, but I need it. I need that alarm. Like, I really do. It's even helpful for when you're, like, opening on somebody, because it's like, you understand when they put you in combat and all that. Yeah, look, I was slow because of the 4-man. So annoying. Dragil. No, this is him. It's just a long respawn timer. I'm fairly sure. He'll pop right here.
The asteroid is depleted.
Kind of a big storm.
Aggro. Aggro. Aggro.
Goddess watch over you. Ishnu Allah.
I
May
am
the
honored.
stars guide you.
Oh, I got my delivery.
Goddess watch over you.
That's good timing. Someone ran past me? No, it's a lizard. I'm probably not mining right now. It's so annoying. It's annoying to upkeep it. One of the nice things about the Orca is the ore hold. I suppose it doesn't really matter. It's not that fast. It's like not that fast to jump back all the time. I constantly stop mining though with this guy. It's like, yeah, like, so my thing is how can I do it semi AFK and or straight up AFK passive? And I don't think industry was the passive that I thought it might be. I think it is actually, but it's where the barrier is you can make a mistake doing production on something that won't sell very fast, and you have to wait for a year or whatever to get your money, and you could lock up a lot of money. And where I feel like I will not have as good a chance at being successful at it as a lot of others will, is I don't main the game. I don't know what ships are current. I don't know what people are flying, and it's very difficult to track it. EVE has never been an inherently interesting game to me. I just happen to know a lot about it, like, you know, just because my friends played it a lot, and I do enjoy the game, and I really love it now when I look at it as like a multi-potentiality game, like playing different games at once. And so it's super valuable in that respect, but it's still playing it on a day-to-day level where I know what's going to sell enough to go to go do the production on whatever the item is scary to me. And also to me it's basically conjecture how much money I spend on a blueprint, like a original blueprint. One of the things I can do right now is, I guess, I do want to get into industry in the respect that I've got a lot of the training done already, but also I have this ore just sitting here that I've been mining, and I think I will do the BPOs that I have, but I will not go in that. I believe they become sort of a passive income that you can just print money forever, even if it does take 2 years to sell the stuff. I would prefer to produce and craft the stuff that that I can with the industry, and then see how it pays out over a couple of years, because I bet it turns into like 5 or 10 billion on like a 2 billion investment. And then I don't need all that money. I like, honestly, you know what I would do with all that money? I would sit on HyperNet and I would buy ship hauls. Like right now I have 1 billion, and I honestly could go, I feel like sitting on the HyperNet all night, like, kind of. Let's run the EVE music for a little while. So HyperNet,
The asteroid.
oh, I do have to go pee. I have to go pee so bad. I keep thinking the timing of it is sort of bad, like where I'm at right now, but it's not. I'm actually good. So I got my care package, which is good.
What brings you here?
Nice. This will be helpful. Definitely make me feel a lot fucking safer, you know? Bag, bag, bag. And a lot more productive, too. Carving, knife of power. Yep. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to open it. Yeah. Open all. Yeah. Okay, so 6 to 13. 6 to 13. They're the same exact dagger. It doesn't matter which one I wear. When I hit level 10, I'll have 2 daggers for dual wield. Now my damage went up by, like, triple what it was. And also my armor... Yep, armor went up major, stamina went up. Yep. And we go burnt leather thingy and rugged leather pants. And we don't have to do a whole lot of investment. That was like 15 silver. And in return, I think I send out, well, no, I don't have enough stuff yet, but yeah, I do send, I sell what I was wearing. And I am going to send the malachite, but now, no, I'm going to sell it. I just want the silver. It's fine. Yep, And now we have 7 really good potions that'll make me feel a lot safer to do scary pulls. If I had had those potions, that cave, I would have got through that cave a lot faster. I would have just gone and pulled the boss instead of those guys and forced them to sit there for 10 minutes. But I didn't. I went the slow route, and I didn't compete with them, and I let them take him, and, you know, I waited for the respawn because I was going to dick over 4 people. They didn't want to invite me because they're scared I might troll them or get them killed or pull too many or something. And they didn't trust me, and I didn't trust them. I trusted the hunter, who was also doing it the same way I was doing it. I didn't trust them to not fuck me over, kind of. So they didn't trust me not to steal the mob, so they pushed through and took it faster. And that was okay. But honestly, if I had had the potions, the lesser healing potion here, to just full-blown, like, completely restore my bar, like, I would have just ran straight. I would have just pulled the Melanus through all the mobs. I would have evasioned the mobs and killed the boss and used the potion to run out. I mean, no, I wouldn't have. That's what I would have done if I wasn't on hardcore. But I mean, that behavior is not how I would have acted in that cave. But I could have if I had had the potion, is what I'm getting at. I could have just like saved myself 10 minutes and outpulled those guys. It'd be like, them's are the breaks, because they didn't do the invite. So I was like, well, you guys didn't invite me, so that's kind of like a diss. I'm standing here and you didn't invite me to your 4-man. And that's kind of a diss. You know, that's frankly a diss. And on a boss, it's just about credit. And so then I was like, well,
depleted.
Right west of the cave, Ben Ethel Hollow. Yeah, outside the cave, dude. Blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, and then a skinning knife. Yep, and another dagger. The asteroid depleted. Let's do Final Fantasy first and get a fly. Well, let's just heal. I love Divine Seal now because it's like super helpful. I should put it on my bar now so I can just run it without having to worry. And I will do that. Let's get the mining going. And I've got to piss something horrible. I'm going to go pee. What's mining and what isn't? Yeah, everything's mining. Yeah, everything, I think. I don't know. Yeah, just run that. Almost full again. No, I think this is a great investment. I will not cry if this shit scared the fuck out of me. Jesus Christ, man. I gotta go piss. I got to. Sorry. BRB. Life is good. Life is great. Let's all go and masturbate. Okay. Charm. Oh, I should just start firing off sick. I mean, frankly, I don't use it. I really don't use sick, and that's really stupid. I should just queue it off on the attack thing. How long will sick last? It's like...
The asteroid is depleted.
Your skill has increased.
Nice. Yeah, and my one drone kills that guy, and that's helpful. He jammed me, though. That son of a bitch. Die, you. They're not mining anymore because I don't have a target. So annoying. Plus, the drones take forever to kill him. Does the drone get hurt in any way? No. So... that's good. So, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I got an EM for killing him. That's good. And now they're mining again, I guess. That's cool that you don't have to reattach them. That seems odd that you don't have to reattach them. That's cool, though. So, bubba. Good, good. Killed that fly. I wonder what my progress is on this, and plus I have to write a macro, so... Status. Oh, good. I'm about to level. I'm almost to 31. It's a slow grind, but I'm doing it. I'm getting there. I'm up like a lot of levels, like 17 levels or something. Very quick too. Quicker than some people, I bet. Macros. I am looking for a way to do Divine Seal instantly. Nope. So we go div seal. Div seal, so yep, so like really no div seal, JA Divine Seal me. Yep, now we got a Divine Seal macro that we can just bust off, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. Also, I want to run a macro where 30 seconds after I attack, if nothing else occurs, if I just go AFK, wait, no, after the check macro, I want you to wait 30 seconds and then run the sick, right? I want you to do an automatic sick, yeah. And that actually might make my throughput like in a way where I don't have to pay attention. Yeah, I mean it is. It's like my main ability, and I'm not using it because it requires attention, and I don't want to pay attention. I refuse to pay attention, you know. You can't make me pay attention. No. So 78 is so good. Why is Cure 2 so much better than Cure 1? Should have been only 60, something like that, and Cure 3 should have been 120, and yeah, this is good. Good. So so going back to the long grind, right? For somebody who's so AFK, I believe planetary interaction is actually the best bet for me to get into, especially since there might not be anybody doing PI in this station that's out like 10 jumps from Jita, you know, and there might not be. I don't know. There's 5 in local, so I mean, yeah, maybe the planets are all taken or something, but I don't know. But yeah, that works out well, doesn't it? I never thought about doing it that way.
The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
And the reason that I want to do all this is HyperNet Relay is actually a really good way to get tons of abyssal loot and ship hauls that just go right to Jita with no hauling, no problems, nothing, right? And often it's cheaper. It's the way I play it, it's often cheaper anyways. So we dump all this passive income into the industry that I can reach with the BPOs that I do have, and then we dump the money into industry, and then we produce what we invent and research with the BPOs that I have, and produce them with this ore that I'm pulling in passively as I run 3 clients. And then I learn planetary interaction, because that's the one for passive income. That's the job path that's for passive income. I never touched planetary interaction because learning it is a time sink. It's not necessarily complex. It's complex to learn, it sort of, but it's not, and it's kind of like growing bonsais or something, or learning to garden in a video game or something. It's not immediate. It requires some time and some expertise and some learning and some inside looks. But I think planetary interaction would be my best. After looking at industry in 2023, I believe that because I'm looking for this long-term, like, so I'm doing like mining, and I need something to do with the ore, and industry is it, and invention is it off of the blueprints that I have. But also I don't know what, like, I don't know what I can do that doesn't require too much work beyond planetary interaction, and I was afraid to get kind of pigeonholed into that hole, but they say PI is really good. Another thing about PI is I'm not afraid to go to a nullsec PI in a crappy shuttle with no clones, or sorry, with no AUGs, and then cycle my PI. But what I always understood about that problem is at that point it kind of mains you into a main profession where you end up hauling nullsec, which is something that I don't want to do. That stresses me out. It's not that I'm afraid of it or I can't do it or I don't have the knowledge or even like really the experience, because I do. I've got all those things. Even hauling, I've done it. I've done hauling in nullsec when I lived in my Nully Corp, but it's still more work than I want to do. Oh, my fucking Signet war. And now I've got to run back to town. And I really don't want to fucking do that right now. Yeah, so research was nice, and it is on my queue. And so scientific networking. And then interplanetary consolidation is along the PI bet. And so is the gravimetric sensor or hostile electronic countermeasure modules hardening against hostile electronic. Improved sensor strength per level. So this is against getting jammed. It's worth getting to 4. But I have things here. I'm going to send this back to Tab for the moment because his bends was educational and really good. And another thing, the other guy mentioned that dumping a lot of money into Trit and just waiting for 6 months is actually not that bad of an idea. And I think he's right about that. I think I will buy a Plex. I'll spend $25 US, and I'll call it content for my stream. I know it's pay to win, but it's not pay to win. It's just like a way. I mean, it is pay to win, but it's also like a way to not have to sit there and grind the money for 30 days. I can just blow $25 and be done in a second. Or I can grind for 30 days like this mining. I'd rather just blow the $25. And it's pay to win, but it's not pay to win in the respect that it jumps me towards some goal that makes me more powerful towards others any faster. It just allows me to do what I want to do. Pay to win to me and Eve is a lot different from pay to win like in WoW. The WoW coin fucks the game. Plex is this nice thing where if you're busy, you don't have to fucking mine all day long while you're at work or whatever. Fuck. Keep aggroing flies. I should have left to go get Signet. So what now? Oh, I have a turn in that I didn't do. I've got to go do. Damn it. Yep. But nice. I've got these potions, which is pretty good. Whatever the people want from me. I don't think I should fight this Hawker. I mean, I don't know. I have Divine Seal. That's enough, yeah. I'll be able to kill him. This didn't work. Oh, because I guess you can't auto-translate that one, I guess. Well, let's go back and fix it. What are we doing here? I need you to do this, like, right now before I die, please. Yeah, that's not right. That should work. What the fuck? They don't like the new auto-translate as much as they do all macros, I've noticed. So now... Oh. But I don't have the Cure 2. God damn it. That's good that I didn't use it. So, I'm just gonna get the mana back. Fuck it. In the health. Oh, gotta get out of that menu. But, no. So, planetary interaction... Planet management, here we go. These are the skills that must go to the top of my... Yep, and interplanetary consolidation is right where it needs to be. I can bump these past interplanetary... Oh, no, research... Oh, okay. I guess you can't bump this higher than... Oh, no, I guess you can. You can. So then interplanetary consolidation, event... Oh, no, I guess I can't do that yet. Command center upgrades. And I'll just go into PI with max skills, and it'll be really fun and easy. So remote sensing, yeah, remote sensing's got to go to 5. Planetology is I've got max, I guess, yeah, and then what? Oh, something on this list I've missed. I've missed something on the list. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yep, under Command Center upgrades 4, I've got to bump that all the way to the top, probably. Yeah, or not probably, but I definitely do. So then, yep, this goes all the way to the top. Command Center upgrades 4 and Command Center upgrades 5. Command Center upgrades are each level in the skill improves the quality of command facility available to you, in turn allowing for a greater number of connected facilities on that planet. So one of the nice things about going into planetary interaction is that I've never done it. I've learned it, but I've learned it. I watched many videos about it, and I know what it is, and I know how to do it. I've got the concept down, and but I do need the experience. And it's like you go play this little mini game of sort of like kind of like like Civilization, or like, I don't know, like Age of Empires, sort of like resource management game. It's a little bit more of like a tower defense thing, but it's not like you do battles or anything. It's like resource like farming. And so you connect like command centers to building to an orbital infrastructure that's out there in space. The connection, like the connection between the orbital infrastructure in orbit and the resource farming on the planet. And then the I forget what the other elements of it. I'd have to rewatch the video, which I might do tonight. And so in a week, I will go and look at and I'll explain why I'm thinking about all this at the end of the line too. I'll explain about why I'm thinking about all of this too. So so planetary interaction will cap out here in a blessedly short time. It's in now I have some skill points saved up. I can apply some skill points towards some of this, but I don't know how much I have. I have 84,000, which will buy me through 1 day, 16 hours on Command Center upgrades 4. It'll cut it in half, but I mean, it's still not like really that far. But I would like to dump it, I guess, and cut this time down. See, there it goes. Yep, 84,000 skill points gone. But now I'm only 1 day away from Command Center upgrades 4. And then we work, the long haul is Command Center upgrades 5. But I have noticed I've capped out all of these. Training to level 5. Oh no, Planetology 5. No, apparently these are all hiding in my list. I'm sorry. So Planetology is hiding in my list. It's, oh no, I'm still like a month away, but that's fine. I'm in no rush. So we drop Planetology 5, Remote Sensing 5, Interplanetary Consolidation 5, Command Center Upgrades 4, Command Center Upgrades 5, and Advanced Planetology will be the last one. It's hiding somewhere. The two of them are hiding in my list somewhere. Advanced Planetology 4. And this is the end game Eve stuff that I always wanted to reach as a solo player, where you can begin to be at least more efficient in the solo stuff that you do for money, because you've got these like years of skill stacked up, you know, months anyways, months and months of skill, like well, for me it's years of skill like stacked up, where like suddenly there's like 3 goals that I want to talk about at the end of this, or at the end of the golden rainbow, the pot of gold at the end of the homo rainbow, or whatever the fuck, is like this thing that like you make this passive money with planet interaction, and it's more entertaining to go do planetary interaction than it is mining, I think, slightly. So you go out to your planetary interaction every day and you collect the last day's worth of materials, and all that really is autopilot. That's all that really, well, I mean, it's autopilot, and it's the planetary interaction itself, which will take some time to manage. So each time I've come back to Eve here, I've definitely taken another reprioritization of my entire skill list, and this is a new one where I begin to look at PI, because PI is the one passive thing that they said we could do. And I'm understanding how much of a blessing that was, and how long ago I should have looked into it. Because the more I look into stuff like industry and crafting, faction warfare, scanning, wormholes, gas huffing, mining, there's like 2 things that I can do. I think I got jammed. Damn it. There's like 2 things that I can do. Oh no, I'm full. So there we go. We're going back to drop. I wish I could just drop them, but I still have to do the same hauling. I could jet can this and just keep mining and then come back to the jet cans, but A, I'll lose it. I've lost them before. And B, like it's more commitment, and it's a way to get a flag maybe. And C, it's like it's the same hauling in the end. You still have to make the trip to go get the ore. It doesn't cut any corners. It only puts it off. That's it. So I don't like jet cam mining. Never have, never will, and that's just where I fall on that. So we dock.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I like this RP stuff. I think there's good RP to be found in EVE Online where I go out mining in my mining ship, and it doesn't require much of my throughput or much of my attention. It doesn't take me away from my beast mastering and my Final Fantasy XIing, and it doesn't really interfere with WoW Hardcore in a way where it's ever going to be like EVE or WoW Hardcore. EVE comes first because of expensive ship or something. It's never going to be like that. And on top of it, like, planetary interaction is a really nice thing because all it really is travel. You go traveling somewhere. When you get to the planet, you do your planetary interaction and you farm your various silos that are pulling in resources on the planet, like No Man's Sky. People think that EVE is like this piddling game, but it's not. It's really fucking not. It's the biggest, most massive, like hardest, longest, most highest skill ceiling, longest, biggest game ever made. It's not this piddling game. It's really not. It's bigger than Elite Dangerous. It's bigger than those 4X's or whatever the fuck they call. It's bigger than Civ, bigger than fucking Age of Empires or any of the other 6-Axis or Simaxis or whatever that fucking company names was. It's bigger than all of those companies' games too. It's got all that shit and more. EVE has SimCity in it if you want it. Like, you can go to Nullsec and play SimCity if you want. It's exact same shit. You can build massive amounts of fucking, you know, like things, you know, that just keep generating income for you, that make it possible for you to keep your empire running. And so I guess over the next 10 years, I want to begin the training to do my own personal empire in a real way. I have a personal empire right now. I have, like, in Jita, I have 300 hulls and all the fittings to fit the ships too. I literally am I am a one-man army. I have a ship hangar that cannot be touched by anybody, that will never go away, that can be used for many different things across many different realities. And like, I am a one-man army. I am not a one-man empire because it requires too much of my attention. It takes me away from the other games that I play, but I could be a one-man empire within 5 years if I wanted to. And I believe I'm looking for the ways to do it, and I believe planetary interaction is one of them. Mining all day while I'm doing like 3 clients anyways, because it's so passive, and I think it's a more passive, wonderful way to spend your time. It's the kind of thing I think a Miru would like more than say Genshin or something like that, or Honkai Star Rail, because, like, you know, she can always just pull in passive income, and the skins in EVE are just as good as any of those gacha games. They're just as addictive. They give you the same endorphins. They're just as good as Fortnite skins. When you get them, you're like, ooh, this is... Some of them are definitely have direct market value, for one thing. You can't resell them once you use them, but you can resell them if you have duplicates, which makes the whole Pokemon card thing a reality for skins in EVE Online. There's another... That's the other market that I want to get into, because I'm particularly good at transmog skins and flipping them and knowing what's going to be hot. I just know it. So... I've got an innate skill for that, something about it. Like, the women always liked me in the MMOs because I know the vanity, I know the transmog, I know what's going to be hot, I know what people want, and I know what the value of things should be. And in some ways, I always thought if I wanted to be rich in real life, I believe a garment seller might be something that I actually could have done fairly well. Farm Gucci, farm fucking, you know, Versace, farm, you know, but don't buy that shit to wear it or use it or take it out of the house. Just understand what the women are after. And I believe one of the funny things about this is I believe if you corner the Versace Gucci market and you have, like, you wheel and deal in it in the same way that guy Yuri Vladislav in that movie Lord of War. did with guns. I think if you play Lord of War with Gucci and Versace, I think you would have an endless supply of them. By supply, I'm being kind of sexist, so I'm gonna call it out as I say it. But I'm talking about like an endless supply of high class, beautiful, perfect 10 women that actually do want to be with you, who you do have something that they want, and they respect what you do because you have like endless money because you sell them the bags that they want. And I always thought that maybe being a garment dealer might actually be kind of in the line of something I might have innate skill for, because I know how to do it on MMORPGs. I have like this endless gold empire on World of Warcraft retail that pays for itself because I have all these transmogs. And another thing that I never mentioned is I have most of the transmog in World of Warcraft. I have it all, but I don't care about it. I don't care about making sets. I don't care about the gear. I don't care about the loot or how it looks. I care about the aesthetics when I'm wearing them. That's it. Other than that, I'm just like a goblin hoarder when it comes to digital, like fucking like garments, essentially. And I don't hoard garments in other MMORPGs, but I'm just good. I'm good at the market. I'm good at buying low and selling high in the garment industry. In every MMO that I play, and I don't think real life would be that different. I think that's one of the reasons why men get into perfume, and like and people like rest his peace, Gianni Gucci or whatever his name was. I forget the guy who got killed. I forget his name. I could see where it would be a respectful market. And I could see, and it's funny because I would, you know what I would do? I would take all that fashion money and I would just put it right back into rent and problems for all the people that I've ever met. Rent and problems, and trying to lower the price of food so people can live easier and stuff. And it, like what Mr. Beast does, but not as direct and not as shocking. I'm talking about real initiatives to actually try to empower people to learn about paying their taxes, understand how to invest. I would like an app that isn't a fucking ripoff, that allows the common man to invest in things that they believe in. And I don't think that exists. It'd take garment money to do that, but the problem is I don't want to sit around fashion shows looking at Gucci fucking bags. And as fun as it might sound to sit around and fuck perfect 10s all the time and sell bags to them and go buy bags with them and shit like that, right? And doing drugs in a London hotel room as she screams and stuff. All that stuff, as fun as that sounds, it takes me away from video games. And I have the passion for it, and I know the stuff, and I know the women, and I know the slanguage, and I know all that stupid shit. There's all these weird like side jobs that could have been main hustles in the real world. They could have provided me with like money printing and endless money and all this. But the honest to God fucking truth is I did almost all of it, and I still don't think I want to do any of it. It takes me away from my beloved video game time. So now I'm just like embracing my beloved video game time and what I can do with it, with the time that I'm allotted. I'm 40 right now. Let's say I live to the year 100 or something, right? Or level 100. Let's say I live to level 100, right? In this hardcore game of life, I live to level 100. One of the things I can do is invest all of the money right back into Eve, and on the hypernet relay I pull all of these endless hauls with this money that I pull in, and I pay for my Plex, right? I want two things out of this. I want free skins, I want endless Plex, and if I'm going to focus on it, it's going to be in a passive way on planetary interaction and mining in a solo ship like this. And I'll keep pulling in the money, and I'll pay for my Plex. And then when I've done that, I'll take another look at other grinds that just renew themselves. And I don't know what they'll be, but I'm sure planetary interaction will open that up for me somehow. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it. I'm not perfect. I'm not Einstein. I'm smart and I'm intelligent, but I don't know. I'm emotionally intelligent and I'm good at markets, but I don't know. I don't know how long these processes take. I don't know how long it takes me to do that. It might be a month. It might be like 10 years. I don't know what it is. Suddenly it might be like, I've seen it before. Inside of a month, I'll see my hustle and I know what I'm going to break the bank with, or not break the bank, but like I'm going to fill the bank with, right? And it'll happen overnight like that. And I'll be like, man, I found a good grind. Makes so much money right here. So much money right here. I've done it on New World like 5 times and hustled like 100,000 gold solo, Never ran any dungeons or sold any of that transmog shit or any of that. So So now I'm like, okay, so I do planetary interaction, right? And I start hustling skins, and I do 3 things. I run the hypernet relay for the long haul, and when I'm 60, I'll sell my EVE Online account for like $300,000 or something like that, and I'll start over because I'm bored, right? And I'll sell my EVE Online account and with all the skins, and how I intend to do this is planetary interaction, solo daily mining on the triple client, like on the triple client push where I'm always playing like 3 MMOs at the same time and shit, like I'm doing right now.
Good luck, friend.
And then the background on the big game, the lifestyle game that I play, I'm getting stronger and stronger without ever having to do combat, without ever having to deal with neckbeard losers who are angry, and without ever having to PvP or do anything that requires me to have to stress out. And I'll relax in a fucking pimp gangster lean like a smooth pimp that I actually am. You know what I'm saying? Like a smooth criminal, you know what I'm saying? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? And are you okay? You okay? You okay, Annie? And are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, smooth criminal, man. Because it's like, this stuff will pay for itself if you do it on a long-term basis and you take the market risks and you do the research and you learn and you spend the time. And I've never in my life had the fucking discipline to sit down and do the mining like I'm doing right now. So I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to put the ore into the BPOs that I have in about 3 or 4 months. I'm going to put all the ore I mined into the BPOs that I have. And then I will start PI in a month or however long this timer is. Let's go see how long it is. So now to finish PI, I can do 17, 20, 34, and 11 makes 40, 45, 48 days. 48 days of training. And another thing that I can do is I could look at some large skill injectors, but they're so fucking expensive that it won't do it. It won't do it. And so that's another market that I believe I will get into that is entirely passive, the large skill injector market. And I believe next month I will invest $100 into Plex, and I will run multiple character training on all three of my alts, and I will run perfect augments in them, and I would train them. I could go do this right now, and I probably should do this right now because I won't go do this right now. But something I need to do is you get on each alt and set up their skill plans so that they get infomorph psychology and advanced infomorph psychology and all these other crazy things that you guys probably don't understand. But it's like the ability to use a lot of augments, which is like cranial implants that provide overall bonuses, passive bonuses. They're like materia for your brain, not for your gear. And that's a good way to look at it. It's materia for your brain, right? Then they're expensive, and if you die in your pod, you lose them. They are materia in the respect that they have physical fucking like physical properties that can be lost if you are blown up. So it's scary to leave the station with some of these. And so what I will do is I will do 3 things. I will get into PI. I will run multiple character training across all 3 of my accounts. All 3 of my characters, and I will farm skills with them with my multiple character 2x training across all of my accounts. I should have taken the fifth just recently. I missed the push. I didn't understand the push that they did, but they were selling multiple character training for half off. But I mean, you can only buy, I think, like 3 for each account. Yeah, you can only do 3 for each account. So really, the most that could ever benefit me is if I had 15 alts. 15 accounts with 3 alts each. So I could have bought 45 multiple character trainings there. If I wanted to invest big whale Asmongold money, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. They're stupid not to join EVE Online and come play a real game that'll never disappoint them, like Fortnite or World of Warcraft or Genshin Impact or gacha games or any of that stuff. CCP will never disappoint them. Now, he silenced me, and that might be really a bad fuck move here. I might die here. 15 seconds. I normally carry around echo drops, and I believe it is now time to begin doing so, because getting silenced and fucking petrified by these assholes is not really a viable thing if you want to keep your XP. Especially if you have echo drops and you can get out of the silence. That is something that's necessary, fucking necessary in this game. You get silenced so much, and you'd be surprised how crippling silence can be for an off, like a sub job, like white mage. Like my sub job's white mage. Getting silenced fucks you in the ass. If you need that 200 heal, you can't get it, you know? I mean, I'm stating obvious things, but I mean, in Final Fantasy XI, silence lasts for a minute. It's like a minute. It's like, it's random. It can be anywhere from 15, 30, 45, 60 seconds. Sometimes like 50, like a minute 30. It can be so long. I've seen it be a minute 45 before. Silence on a super boss is like a minute 45. So I mean, like, yeah, like, you know, it can be, I mean, that's a blanket silence. It's not like you can do something. I mean, you can echo drops to get out of it, but that's it. Remedy and echo drops, that's it. So, I've got to leave town. I'm sorry, I've got to go back to town because, like, in Final Fantasy XI, because I don't have Signet and I don't have Echo Drops, and these lizards will... one of the reasons these lizards are kind of killing me somewhat a little bit is they are silencing me at inopportune times, and I've been shut out a couple of times here. I don't think silence has caused my problem yet. I don't think I've had a death because of silence, but it's gotten close. Like, that one was kind of close, actually. So... I gotta go back to town. Gotta buy echo drops if I can even afford them, which I might not be able to. I might not be able to afford them. Maybe stuff is sold by now, but I don't know. So yeah, and then so I keep the multiple characters training, and I sell the skill inject. Well, I use the skill injectors, right, that I get from the multiple character training. I will spend $50 on Eve on the 1st of next month, and I will do multiple character training across the board, and I will run the skill training that I get that entire month. I will dump into my main to get through the 48-day gap that I must reach, 48-day increment that I must reach to reach perfect planetary interaction. At which point I don't often reward myself with anything. I don't go chase women. I barely drink. I don't do drugs anymore except for marijuana. And I don't do a lot of nice things for myself except for like buying video games and stuff. And so one of the nice things I'd like to do for myself is jump into PI with perfect skills, which means a 48-day training investment with perfect skill training. Now, I can speed this up by doing the multiple character training across the board to 2 other accounts. And yeah, and now I'm not mining for some reason. I got jammed or something. So, oh no, I just didn't start mining, I guess. Yep, there we go. Okay, drop 4 mining drones. That's hail. We're getting hail. Nice. That's what it was. It was hail. I was like, yeah. So yeah, and then we go mining drone. No, I want you to mining drone mine. Mining drone. I don't like this micromanagement. It's annoying. I don't know why they made it so annoying. Mine. There we go. And then yeah, and so yeah, and then so multiple character training will help me drill through. It'll take me 1/3 of the time, right? Instead of 48 days. And this will be a long time coming. It'll be another 3 weeks. So I mean, really, no. I guess I could invest some money right now into MCT right now, I suppose. They might even have a deal on it. And I go unlock the other characters and I begin them training, and then I buy a Plex. I mean, I know I need to wait until the 1st, and I will invest $100 in Eve, and I will buy a Plex. I will use it to buy skill extractors. I will run the multiple character training across the board for all 3 characters, and I will use 2 characters on that account to constantly enrich my main characters towards the main goals of bringing in passive income perfectly. PI being that thing. PI being part of it. And I guess I better get started on PI sooner rather than later. But I mean, I don't want to. I want to jump into it with perfect skills and buy the ultimate stuff and not have to do lots and lots of hauling of PI materials out to the planets themselves. I just want to do perfect planetary interaction right from the get-go with the best things that I can buy in the market, and I will haul out perfect planetary interaction stuff out to the planets and stuff, out to these systems where I'm mining all day, and then and I'll move out further. I'll probably move this ship out further. Well, I don't know. I like where I'm at because I'm around old corp territory where I know that I'm actually more likely to be protected by like I have a good standing with my old corp that lives in this system. So they're unlikely to ever care about me being here. They're actually more likely to dissuade gankers and people trying to fuck with me than if I go somewhere else. And they have me blue listed, like I have them blue listed. So like they will, like when they see me at the belt, they'll think friend, right? And that's helpful in a place full of neutrals that don't know you. That's helpful. So now one of these is idle. No, none of them are idle. Yep. And then that way, in the background, I always have characters training, getting up skill extractors to sell on the market. Well, no, the first bit of skill I'll do, I'll push through PI perfect skills. Then I'll push through PI. Then I'll push through industry perfect research skills, and I'll learn at that point in about a month and a half. I'll spend the time to learn on YouTube. I'll spend the time to learn perfect. Now, what happened here? Are you still mining? Because I don't see the mining. I don't see the mining, man. Are we mining or what? No, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing here. Can I see my symbols? Yeah, thank you. And then, yeah, all the rest of them are doing their jobs, I think. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so then, I always have ore coming in. The ore is always working into my research and producing the things that I use the BPOs to make. Is the little loophole that I've been forgetting about. If I use... Oh, I'm getting attacked. Yep, Migrant Hawker. Yeah, no good, no good. I gotta keep healing. So then, yeah, in the multiple character training, we'll siphon all of the skill points into my character, and I will cut through PI in, like, I don't know, 36 days as opposed to 48. Because I'll dump all the skills that I won't be able to skip through PI, but I will be able to skip through all of the industrial training. The timing just doesn't work for it. I don't have $100 to drop on EVE Online right now. I've had some income this month, like pretty good income actually, like pretty good income doing my streamer job. I'm very happy with it. Thank you guys, you know, but I still don't have the kind of money to drop $100 into multiple character training to try to push my way through PI faster so I can reach this passive income area where like I can just keep Plex running all the time. I just need one Plex. I don't need the multiple character training running forever. I just need one Plex running on my main. So when one Plex is running on my main, because I have PI coming in, and I have passive mining income coming in, and I have passive income from the industrial production crafting I'm doing from the research of the BPOs that I have, and the slow sales over a 2-year period of stuff like the BPOs that I have, like shuttles, and I have some ammo I can produce. I think it's like 1600 mm tungsten, or no, I'm sorry, I don't even know what it is. It's artillery. I have a BPO for artillery, and I never thought about it this way, but people will continuously continue to buy that ammo on the market, but they just don't do it very fast. So if you get in that market and you sell at a really low point, but you do it on a 2-year level and you keep posting every 3 months and stuff, you could really like do pretty well with industry in high sec. You could, especially if you have BPOs that you don't have to buy. Now, I don't know why he has all these LiDAR sensor BPOs. It seems odd to me. I guess he's researching them and copying them, which is like a year and a half of training. And that's the gap in the skill training that I just haven't understood that I need to do. For like a year and a half, I need to dump every bit of time that I have into industry, and it will begin to be economically feasible for me to copy the BPOs that I have, sell them to buy other BPOs, copy them, sell them to buy other BPOs, copy those, sell those to buy other BPOs, and in like 5 years, 10 years or something like that, 10 years, like I will have endless income just coming in on this massive scale, where I don't think the game will be a challenge to me anymore, and I can buy every skin that I want, and I'll never have to pay for the game ever again. And I think it's the only game that is possible to do that in. I don't think, like, you can dump all that money into gacha, and you can get some real verifiable appreciation out of games like Diablo Immortal by PvPing. And you can do that in EVE Online, and you can get a lot of satisfaction out of not having to farm for the ships that you lose. But I mean, you can't really just go buy happiness, but I think you can passively gain so much money that you don't even have to log on and still have like endless paid MMO access to a really good high-level MMORPG. And so that will begin to take some more of my focus. Like if I was serious about doing this, I would begin to go build the skill plan on my alts. Now I came into Bastock, but I came into here. Oh yeah. I gotta go drop the loot that I have and then get Signet. And I need to look at a new chess piece now because I'm like level 30 and these guys are hurting me. They're like hurting me pretty bad. This level 16 chess piece is good. It's a good chess piece, but I should have something like 21 armor on my chess piece, I think, now. Play some WoW now, because none of it's really pressing except for getting the mining lasers on.
The asteroid is depleted.
Okay, so those ones are idle. Mine. And, yep, and then mine. And, yeah, we're good. Sweet. And I will play the slow game on hardcore. I will play the slow game on Beastmaster, and I will play the slow game on EVE Online, and I will play the slow game on Rust, I think. Which was the initial intention of the stream, and I can do filler like New World here and there, play single games here and there. But I believe that is the true mastery of the long grind event.